Yeah, I don't have the box for the other one, but those are the boxes for 3 of the 4 of my monitors. And now the question is, do I really need 4 monitors? And the short answer is no. However, it is really cool, but actually it's very useful to have so much screen real estate, particularly when you're multitasking or just need to pull up Google or YouTube really quick while you're doing something else. And especially for me, when I'm streaming, I like to have a lot of things open so I can make sure everything's working properly. And if you've used laptops or just tried to do multiple things at once on a single screen, it can be quite annoying trying to just switch between different apps on the same screen back and forth if you're trying to copy something from somewhere and put it somewhere else. But it's so much easier just to have one thing on one screen and one thing on the other. Now, I've gone through a lot of combinations and layouts of my monitor setup. From my first one with just these 2, then I got an ultra wide and this double monitor stand so I can have one on top of the other. Then I added the little one back in and managed to fit that on my desk. Then I got the 4K one and replaced the 23-inch with the 32-inch. Then I rearranged them and ran the 34 ultra wide vertically for a while. Then changed it back to landscape and added the 23-inch back in, and then that finally got me to a total of 4 at the same time. I ran this type of setup for a while with like minor variations, like swapping sides when I rearranged my room and changing which monitor I had the small one above. Finally, my ultra wide broke and I got this LG Ergo, which I assume you've already seen the video of. If not, link is at the end of the video. Also, this small one here, I got for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. So don't think you need to spend like so much money just to get, you know, multiple monitors. You can usually find some cheap monitors around. Also, 3 of these monitors are only running at 60 Hertz because I only need the one that I actually game on to be a high refresh rate. So the rest of them can run 60 Hertz. This one and this one only go to 60, and then this one is 144 because it used to be my gaming monitor, but I've got it turned down to 60 to not waste any resources. Okay, history lesson over. I went through what I put on each screen when I'm streaming in my last setup tour video, so if you haven't seen that, go watch it. It'll also be linked at the end of the video. However, I will go over how I manage my windows on multiple of my screens. So Microsoft has this software called PowerToys, most of which I don't use, but what I do use as part of that suite is Fancy Zones. It allows you to create custom zones and layouts and snap any window to any of those zones that you've made just by holding shift while you drag. I use this less on Windows 11 because Windows 11 snapping features are actually a lot better than Windows 10, so you can snap into any quarter of the screen or half, obviously. If I want something full screen, I'll snap it to the top. If I want something half the screen, I'll drag it to the side or the corners if I want it to be a quarter of the screen. You can also do thirds, but you have to like hold it in one particular spot or like drag to the side and then drag it somewhere else. So I usually just use Fancy Zones for that because it's easier just to hold shift than to worry about holding it and dragging it a certain place. Basically anything that isn't one of the standard ones for Windows 11, I have a layout for. Now I don't really use it on my main display because the majority of the time, whatever I'm doing on this main display takes up the full screen, whether it's gaming or whatever. So I usually don't need to use it for that. And then this small one too, not really big enough to have more than 2 things on there at once. So you usually only have one thing on there anyway. So that's a basic overview of my monitor setup. If you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That is all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.